Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of How to Be Yourself, where we help you become your true authentic self so that you can have the best relationships, the most fulfilling career, and the happiest life possible. Today's topic is something that I haven't really talked about yet. It's one of my favorites. It's how to explore yourself through inner dialogue. So let's get into it. The first thing to understand is that your inner dialogue is just that, dialogue, and like any other dialogue, it can be changed. When people first start exploring their inner dialogue, they usually see it as a monologue. They think that it has just this voice in their head telling them things and there is no response. That's not quite accurate. The inner dialogue is actually a conversation between two or more people. There are at least two voices, sometimes many more. One voice may be saying, "I can't do this. I'm not good enough. I'm going to fail." And another voice might say, "Stop it. You're being ridiculous. Of course you can do it. You've done things like this before and you were great." In fact, when we look at studies on how the brain works, we find out that there are multiple people in there, different parts of our brain that are talking to each other all the time. This is why sometimes we have these sudden insights or realizations about ourselves. We hear something someone else says and we go, "Ah, yes, that makes sense." And then we internalize it and we change our behavior based on that new understanding. Sometimes we even have arguments with ourselves about what the right thing to do is. And if we pay attention, we can learn a lot from those arguments because both sides usually have valid points. So the first step in learning how to explore yourself through inner dialogue is to acknowledge that it is a conversation and not a monologue. As you start noticing this, you will begin to notice that some of the voices are louder than others. Some of the voices will resonate more with you than others. These are your dominant voices. They probably have been for a long time. But the more you explore your inner dialogue, the more you will realize that there are so many more voices inside of you, ones that you haven't paid attention to before. Those voices represent different parts of you, and they all have something valuable to teach you. In order to really connect with those parts, we need to listen to them. Listening takes an incredible amount of emotional intelligence. Most people don't know how to listen, especially to themselves. We tend to judge ourselves for having certain thoughts or feelings. We try to push them away or ignore them instead of acknowledging them and allowing them to be there. Even though listening to your inner dialogue might feel scary or uncomfortable at first, it's so worth it. Because when you allow your inner voices to be heard, you open yourself up to a world of possibilities. Suddenly, you're not alone in this world. You have all of these different parts of you that are rooting for you, that want you to succeed, that just want to be acknowledged. And once you start listening to those voices, you will start to notice patterns. You will notice that some voices come up more often than others. Some voices seem to trigger other voices. The more you explore these patterns, the more you will realize that you are made up of many different parts. Some parts are logical and rational. Others are emotional and intuitive. Some parts are creative and some are practical. And all of these parts are working together to make you who you are. Once you start identifying your different parts, you can start asking them questions. This is a powerful way to explore your inner world and learn more about yourself. For example, you might ask your creative part, "What do you want to create?" Or you might ask your practical part, "What do you want to improve?" The answers you get might surprise you. You might find that you have a part of you that wants to write a book or start a business or travel the world. You might find that you have a part of you that wants to be more organized or disciplined or focused. These are all valuable things to know about yourself because they give you insight into what you really want in life. Another way to explore your inner world is to observe your inner dialogue without judgment. This means paying attention to your thoughts and feelings without labeling them as good or bad, right or wrong. It is important to do this because judgment often gets in the way of our ability to listen to ourselves. When we judge ourselves, we tell ourselves that we're not good enough or that we're not doing things right. And when we do this, we shut down and we stop listening to ourselves. But when we observe our inner dialogue without judgment, we create space for ourselves to really hear what it is that we're saying. And when we do this, we open ourselves up to a world of possibilities. One way to practice observing your inner dialogue without judgment is to use a mindfulness meditation app. There are many different apps available, so find one that works for you. Once you have an app, set aside some time each day to sit in silence and pay attention to your inner dialogue. Don't try to change anything or fix anything. Just observe your thoughts and feelings without judgment. This is a powerful way to explore your inner world because it allows you to see yourself from a higher perspective. It allows you to see your thoughts and feelings as just that, thoughts and feelings. And this creates space for you to choose how you respond to them. The fourth way to explore your inner world is to talk to yourself like you would talk to your friend. This might sound simple, but it's actually a very powerful tool for personal growth. When we talk to ourselves, we often use harsh language or make negative assumptions. But when we talk to a friend, we are much more likely to be kind and understanding. So try talking to yourself like you would talk to a friend. Be curious and compassionate. Ask questions and listen to the answers. This is a powerful way to explore your inner world because it allows you to connect with your different parts in a deeper way. It allows you to see yourself with fresh eyes and to appreciate all the different parts that make you who you are. Exploring your inner dialogue can be a challenging but also very rewarding process. It can be challenging because it often takes us out of our comfort zone. It can take us to places inside of ourselves that we've never been before. But it's also very rewarding because when we explore our inner dialogue, We open ourselves up to a world of possibilities. We discover all the different parts of ourselves, and we learn to listen to them and appreciate them. We become more flexible and adaptable in how we approach challenges, and we become more connected to ourselves and those around us. One way to make this process easier is to work with a therapist or counselor. A therapist can provide a safe and supportive space for you to explore your inner dialogue and can help you develop the skills you need to manage your emotions and thoughts effectively. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe so you never miss an episode. Also, let me know in the comments below what your experience has been with exploring your inner dialogue. Do you find it helpful to talk to yourself? What are some of the challenges you face when trying to explore your inner dialogue? I can't wait to read your comments. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.